So in this episode of Budget Racer Resto, I'll clean up the damaged rear quarter panels by beating them with my fists and then hiding the ugliness with some bog. And there's about 100 oil leaks under the bonnet, so I'm going to have to dress some of those with a fresh valve cover gasket. So let me show you what went down. Well, ladies and gents, it may not show up on camera, but the rear quarters here had a pretty lousy time lately. And while the golf ball dimples might make this thing fly further down the green, that's not really what we're after for a car. So I've been doing some hammering and some bogging. That's right, this right hand side already had some ghetto panel bashing and bog treatment. I'll be the first to admit that this is not what you would do on a clean build, but this is just a track hack. And while all the large dents have all been beaten back out, we need to smooth over all of the little ripples still in the panel. So please do not look at this and think, oh god, that's so Dodge. Yes, it is Dodge, but while the whole car is Dodge, it was a smashed and stolen dunger. Look on the upside, it's the best it's ever been, and we're only improving it day by day. We're just trying to get it usable and reliable because we're actually going to be driving this thing. And so that takes me up front under the bonnet where this thing's getting a fresh valve cover gasket to tend to some errant oil leaks. You may remember in a previous episode I got under the car with a bucket load of degreaser and some rags and cleaned away years of oily, leaky grime. But you need to stop the leaks from happening, not just clean up the result. So that's why we're replacing the valve cover. It's pretty greasy at the back of this motor. And pulling away the valve cover, it all looks pretty clean. On face value, this motor looks and has been running thus far pretty nice for an old 1.6. It purrs quite nice, and even the lifter tick isn't too loud.
A few moments later.
Valve cover back on, oil leaks solved. Well, maybe. There's probably an oily, leaky rear main seal, leaky CAS O-ring, and God knows what else. But that's for another day. Time to get back to that body filler. So I've hit the panel with the sander to prep the paint, remove any loose paint, remove any of the gunk, and to give it a nice key for a layer of filler to help smooth it out. This now needs some time to set before we can come back for some more sanding. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's really dodgy here, but I've sanded back the worst of my filler efforts and hit them with another coat to continue smoothing out the panel as best we can. It's the next day and this left side has had some sanding to smooth it down. It's really looking a lot nicer. Well, in comparison to how it was before. And since I'll need to paint these panels, I think it best that I give this car a bit of a polish to make it all match. So, time to bust out my new Tool Pro polisher and give the rest of the paint on this car some well-deserved attention. Now this is where the build starts to conclude. Obviously the ugly patches of bog need to be painted, but other than that, the car's really ready for the road. Remember, I'm not chasing a perfect from factory build here, I just needed it neatened up and clean enough to get it registered for road use so that you can easily drive it to and from the track. And so that means next time we'll do a bit of a finale on where we're at with the build, where we're at with the car, and I'll show off a few of the modifications and things we've done to the thing. You may have already seen a video or two of this beast at the track. It's been doing us proud, even with bugger all power. It's a great budget track car. Anyway, I would really love for you to come along for that next episode, so please do hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. Of course, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps me out with all that YouTube magic, and we'll see you next time.